Hello, lovely people. Please, if you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, share the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be updated anytime there's a new video. You get the updates fast and quickly so you know what's going on in Ghana. Today's video, we are diving into the recent clash between the supporters of the NDC and the supporters of the New Patriotic Party, the NPP. This incident occurred. This incident have caused a lot of concerns across the nation, with both sides reportedly engaging in violent confrontations during political events. Mind you, the election is December 7th and it's not far away. So just look at this. There is a clash between the NPP and NDC. And the reason is just bogus. The reason for this clash to happen is just bogus. For it's just bogus. The reason behind the clash between the NPP boys and the NDC boys, it's just really bogus and absurd. Why are we seeing such heightened tensions, and what can be done to prevent these kind of things? Because it's really getting out of hands. How can they clash, or how can they fight just because one party did not agree to they were both, so this how the story went. Both parties were having a ceremony, or should I say political event, in the same town or in the same community. So they agreed that one party will have theirs in the morning and the other will have theirs in the afternoon. But it didn't go along as they planned. It didn't go as they planned, and both parties had this the event at the same time. That's the morning. So one party got angry and attacked the other. Let's just go watch the video and listen to what the people over there said about what happened.
Na omokoye no na chese NDC fo nso kwafu bi kutakuta tuo betwe masem bi hey ba ma kwem betwe fo no hey ba kwem ni adade we ene wo mkeka ewo ayi zongo ho no mo baabi yese baabi na ha ho no na brohani sexual brohani aha sexual hwe he ndie hwe do mo kire ho hwe ai ayi na ayi no canopy
no mo tutu zano
enye ize yake kansem hu na wo mudi no na ai wanya wo mse NPP for NDC for na ebedi sa ansem hu no na wo mso ayi ano na se eruka mo akwa aba mo fa no aha eruka aba eruko akwa aba ba orgasm no susu ai hello what me ka akwa aba
me just DM
ayi time asem yesi hoi ene pese ubo emu yi
mera se sabre GM ube piemu ewo eye time district ewo bonomantem a na otwi mu ena ye NPP national zone go campaign team omo ebe piemu ewo time baby a yefre ho brohane no eye baby e strong pa ema NDC since 1992 sabre corona so ena Sammy Gyamfi ni NDC for so be piemu ewo sabre corona ho so ye brohane ho na de kosi ye nyina ne se na mpanyfo e ho kire se NPP for emfa eye omo meeting no enkohye awia na NDC for so form de enkohye anopa na mpanyfo twan ye na te se eye national zongo campaign team eye NPP for na ba beduru ewo brohane ema mpanyfo a omo kan wo mo ye hemfo nyina so aye ready na omo hwe mo ne no mo de man NDC for na omo nye omo program no ekọ awia no a eho na mpanyfo hu se awia no kwa na ekọ the NPP for the emergency on be program this time so mo mpanyfo aba beduru na nanom nyina aye ready na no na NDC for the say NPP for the program no on be see mu a de ye hu etwagu e wa Newz TV so no esiye na ofa obepie mu e wo time district a ye wo zone no maako enan ye wo badu zone ye wo sekwa zone ye wo nsoko zone ye wo brohani zone ye baabi a since 1992 NDC na ewi ni a na ho de no de kire ne se ufiri brohane na se oye NPP parliamentary candidate emfa ho se e ho ye NDC stronghold ufiri ho nko ade ekuro no nyina beto aba no e de amawo sa ene tie e wo brohane e the time district e wo bromantem tintokwa na e sha ase no de papa e ya ade na ano odin a wo hwe video na ye tutu canopies ne tetem machines mu homa na moto ye ka bo ho ne ye se no ni nyina ye jango boys a omo efiri wanchi ombe pie mu e wo ho a na ono mo pese omo stop NPP for no se omo ye sa dwumadi na enye omo time omo se omo eye no ofa
nti na abasa no police for sa IGP de waka so wa be de tutu asem no we de polisi fo achichi nipa bi wo ho ana
Ofa NPP for no I make a complain ewo soko ama mpemfo hwese omo nsa beka emrante a omo ebepie mu ho a omo ne NPP ne NDC omo nyina ka bo mo hwe video no se na esiti a yetu canopy dade ne ye de chesi obi ye fa we ne ye de chesi obi afa na mpemfo hwese omo nsa beka obi ewo video na etwagu ewo monten so na emra ene no edi ti obepie mu ewo bro hane a ye ewo bro mantam mu a time district a Hanuma etin ene kra no omo the health work ahyehyɛ so NPP for na omo nan kurumu a omo eligibility kyerɛ sɛ afiwe no ɛyɛ omo afi ɛwɔ bro hane papa
sa asomdwe abade a em sɛ de asomdwe na yɛ fefe na eriko enkwansa na yɛse NPP parliamentary candidate a ɔno wɔwɔ North German ɔnabo enyako the kaya hye ɛno no hɔ nso ɛno nso te sɛ
Sabe ofa sa ene ti obepie mu ewo German North no so ewo Bromantam
ani ehwe eja dem de den ai wamo yo
ofa opanyi Kesi efe no inokya concern ya obo ni din no na ejina mu ema NPP ewo German North ewo Sampa area ano den papa competition na so papa oni NPP ni no ene NDC ni nyina eja di akira obi anam house to house na knya kon e de nani akire mu e wodwomro ene secretary akwan so a na okonkurunkure wo ho ekoye no house to house campaign na ekwan mu omo kɔ no na ofa car na ono tim pick up mo na empemfo de abre constituency bia say omo nje ayatoro akire it is possible ay no ena empemfo ahyehye machines ane board den pa egumu ana ono mo etwa nwunguo communities to communities chere empemfo de ntia omo nto aba emfama MPP na omonto omoduma paso no ne kwan mu omonam kɔ no na ofa eja eto ka no mu a sabra me no wo kasai ahye femfram enra na areho pa ena na asi ewo secretary Jomoro Sampa areas baby bia na mpemfo ne nam bia omobo apro ehwese nkurindie be omodia 7th December but obi bia no wo ka no mu no etimi esi pie ya ansa na eja no eto mama eja no ehia mpemfo ahwe fire service for beduru aje se car na de ahye femfram niema ewo mu nyina ahye machines o mahyehyɛ wa akire generators niema ewo mu tese bibia ni ho mpemfo etimi fire do mutimi enya ye omo ntade a na ehye omo a omutimi si Africa no no fa to be pie mu e German North MPP areho pa je se obia emfiri mu but omo niema a omo de omo campaign no na eja to machine nyina ofa
ahye dwura be de ehwe ewo
I don't really like when bloggers or other TV personalities, I don't know how to put them, or influencers come out and they'll be insulting and they'll be talking passionately about things and they'll be insulting and things. But listen, this is getting out of hand. The violence between the so-called NDC boys and the NPP boys has reached a point where it's no longer just about politics. It's about our future as a country. And you know what? I'm tired of seeing these tags use the name of the politics to cause chaos and destruction. It's the same old story. Political parties use these boys to do their dirty work, whether it's NPP or NDC, PPP or whatever. They've all done it. They take advantage of these young boys who are desperate for money or recognition and turn them into pawns in their political games. And now we are seeing the consequences. How many more people need to be hurt? Huh? How many more innocent people need to suffer before we all realize that this madness has to stop? These boys don't even know why they are fighting half the time. When you ask them the reason, they will just give you bogus reasons like, I'm for this party, I'm from this party, so I have to do this, I have to do that. They are fighting because they have been told to, because the system has failed them, and because political leaders have used them as tools to fight their battles. Let me tell you something. The blame doesn't fall just on the boys in the streets. No, it falls on the leaders who are supposed to guide this country, who are supposed to set an example. But how do we see political parties stoking the flames of divisions, using violence to push the agenda? And this isn't democracy, folks. This is a sham. If you think this is just something happening on the streets, wake up. It's affecting every one of us, our security, our economy, our children, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our uncles, our grandparents. It's time to call these so-called leaders and demand accountability. We cannot continue like this. We can't. So I want to hear from you in the comments. When will we hold our politicians responsible for these violence? But I don't think the boys, the Guru boys, the militia, what, they just act on their own. There's an influential person behind them. There's a big man behind them giving them orders. What will it take for them to stop using our young people, our young boys, this new generation, as pawns in their political games? Let's not let this fall to the wayside. Share your thoughts. It's time for change. The situation where the NDC boys clashing with NPP boys is nothing new. And don't let anyone fool you into thinking it's just an isolated incident. This is the product of years of political manipulation, and both parties are to be blamed. When it's election time, the politicians whip up these boys, give them money and weapons, and send them to cause chaos for their opponents, and it's disgusting. And what's worse, you do know what's worse. These politicians don't even care. That's the worst thing. They don't care. They will sit in their plush office and talk about peace while their supporters are getting into violent fights in the streets. Sorry, on the streets. The truth is they only care about winning. They don't care about the lives of these young people. They don't care about the future of this country. The violence we are seeing today is a symptom of the larger problem, the complete lack of accountability in our political system. The leaders get away with everything, corruption, abuse of power, and now turning young people into tools for violence. It's time we stop pretending this is just some random problem and start facing the reality of what's going on. Look, I'm not here to sugarcoat things. The NDC and NPP both have a responsibility to put an end to this. But as long as they keep fueling this the division, we are never going to get anywhere. It's time for us to talk to our young boys, educate them about how they are being used as tools. It's time for us as citizens to demand better. We can't keep letting these politicians play games with our lives. I keep on telling you, share your ideas. Enough is enough. This NDC boys versus NPP boys nonsense has gone on for far too long, and don't let anyone tell you or tell anyone that it's just some small issue that will blow over. This is a crisis, and it's time to face it head on. Those big issues, those big fights, violence, chaos going on in other countries around us, especially the African countries, it doesn't just started just like this. It didn't just uprooted big as we've seen it. It started small parties fighting, parties, boys going on. It started just like this, small, then it's become big. A little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. These so-called party boys are not just fighting for political power. No, they are fighting for a few coins. They are fighting because they have been brainwashed by politicians who only care about themselves. These politicians are the ones responsible for creating this toxic environment. They've spent years stirring the pot, dividing us along party lines, and using young people as tools in their dirty games. Mind you, even after the clash, before the clash, they might have been friends because it's the same community, just that different political parties. Definitely, they might be friends. NPP have friends in the NDC. NDC have friends in the NDC. Even the executives have friends are friends among themselves. How these common people who just support the party and don't hold any position in the party, do you still think these politicians are out there getting their hands dirty? No. They sit in their fancy offices, sipping their wine while the boys are out there bleeding in the street. It's sickening. If you're a politician, your job is to serve the people, not to incite violence. If you're using these boys as pawns to intimidate and disrupt, then you are just as guilty as the ones fighting in the street. It's high time we hold these leaders accountable. Enough of the nonsense. Enough is enough. So I don't know if IGP Dampari has heard of this issue or has arrested anyone, but some people needs to be arrested. Of course, some people has to be arrested because this is not just any kind of violence. The whole community were there, people were destroying tents, causing chaos, hurting each other. This is not just any this is not just any clash of Just people standing at their places, and they'll just insulting each other. This is violence with weapons, destroying properties. We shouldn't take this lightly. This shouldn't be should be taken lightly at all. Listen up, people. This NDC boys versus NPP boys clash isn't just another headline in the news. It's a crisis, and we are all letting it happen right before our eyes. We've seen it before, and we are seeing it again. Political parties using violence, using young men and women as pawns in their dirty games. I keep on saying this game is dirty. NPP and NDC, both of them are guilty of this. And don't you dare tell me that. Don't you dare tell me they don't know what's going on. They know exactly what's happening. We've got party supporters going head to head in the streets, creating chaos, destroying lives, and these politicians, they are sitting in their offices smiling while their so-called boys do the dirty work for them. Party boys. Who are we really fooling here? These aren't accidents. These are strategic moves. But when a political figure or any member of the NPP or NDC go on a radio or TV station and we ask them about this violence, this clash between their boys going on, they will play dumb. These parties fuel the violence, stir divisions, and keep young people fighting for scraps while they sit back and collect their paychecks. If you are sitting at home thinking this is just politics and part of the game, you are wrong. This is no game. This is real life. People are getting hurt. Families are being torn apart, and the politicians, they don't care. The politicians don't care. They don't care about us. They are too busy planning their next power grab to care about the damage they are causing. I'm going to say it plain and simple. These politicians have blood on their hands, and this NPP, they all do. They all do. Like they are all having blood on their hands. And until we as a nation hold them accountable, this violence will never stop. The cycle will keep repeating itself. Enough is enough. Enough with the lies, enough with the manipulation, enough with using our young people as pawns. It's time we stand up and demand more from our leaders. Now, let me tell you, how long are we going to stand by and let this happen? Are we going to let these politicians keep on using this violence means for their goal? And the very funny thing is their goal is to come and rule Ghana. Their goal is to come and save Ghana from crisis. Their goal is to come and better the life of the people here in Ghana. That's their goal, mind you. So they are destroying the same thing they are coming to save. Does this make sense? It's time to put an end to this madness. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Leave a like. Share this video to where it must reach. Let this video get to where it must get. Well, now I want to hear from you. Your comments are very important. I keep on telling you, we as Ghanaians must voice out things that we need to voice out. We need action now. Thank you for watching. Till we meet again.